Welcome back. Tonight's lesson is powers of monomials. 8EE1 is our standard. Use laws of exponents to find the powers of monomials. And then your question, how can I use a law of exponents to find the power of a power? Question mark. Get it down? And here we go. So tonight's lesson is kind of an extension on what we talked about in multiplying and dividing monomials. Now we're just going to add on one more step. It says to find the power of a power, we're going to multiply the exponents. So we need to write to multiply the exponents in our line in our notes. So this time we're going to see our examples having 6 as a base, 4 as an exponent, and then it's going to be multiplied one more time to the 5th power. So it's a power of 4 multiplied to a power of 5. So when it is written out, I have 5 factors of 6 to the 4th power, and that's what it looks like in expanded form. So 6 to the 4th power times 6 to the 5th power is going to be 6 to the 20th power. We're going to multiply those exponents together. So here we go. Our base is 4, our exponent is 3, and we need 5 of them. So when we're simplifying, we have 4 cubed times the 5th power. So simplified further gives us 4 to the 15th power. There we go. So example 2, we've got x squared, and I need 4 of them. So we've got x raised to the 2nd power and then multiplied to the 4th power, which simplifies to x to the 8th power. Got it? And then we get trickier, of course. So we got 3 squared multiplied to the 3rd power and then one more parentheses to the 2nd power. So the base is 3, exponent is squared multiplied to the 3rd power and then to the 2nd power. So we have 3 squared times 3 times 2 again, which gives us 3. 2 times 3 is 6 times 2 to the 12th power. No, I'm not going to make you evaluate that right now. I just want it simplified. All right, last example. We've got b to the 3rd power times the 4th power raised again to the 3rd power, which gives us b to the 12th times 30 is 36. b to the 36th power. Yes, our exponents are getting larger. All right, moving on. To find a power of a product, find the power of each factor and then multiply. So these black words, factor and multiply, need to go on that line in the back part of your notes. And then we're going to read through this example. We've got what base is raised to the 3rd power. In this case, we have 6 cubed and then x squared raised to the 3rd power. So when the expression is actually raised to the 3rd power, we're going to have to split it apart. We're going to have to do 6 cubed and then x squared cubed. So 6 cubed is going to be the 216. X squared times 3, we're going to go ahead and use exactly the laws that we just talked about. 2 times 3 gave us the x to the 6th power. So when it's just algebra a, b raised to the nth power, we've got to do them singly. A to the nth, b to the nth. And there's no multiplication sign, but we are multiplying them. When 2 letters are next to each other, that just indicates the multiplication or the product. Here's another long example. We've got 3a squared as our base, raised to the 3rd power. So that looks like 3 times 3 times 3 for the numerical part of it, and then a squared times a squared times a squared to the algebraic part of it. So 3 cubed is going to give us 27, and a to the 2nd raised to the 3rd power is going to give us a to the 6th. All right, lots of talking. we should be ready to go. So the base that's raised to the 6th power in this case is 4p cubed. So we have to do 4 to the 6th power. I'm going to use a calculator for that. So 4 to the 6th power, on our calculator we often use a caret for any power that's more than 3. So 4 to the 6th power gives me 4,096. And then I got to take care of my exponents. So I got p to the 3 times 6th power. I'm going to add that into the 4,096, and it's going to be p to the 18th power. All right, so first we're taking care of the 11 cubed, or the 11 times 11 times 11, which gives me 1,300, I am lagging today, and 31. And then I got to take care of the algebraic portion. So c 4th power times the 3rd power gives me c to the 12th power. And before I'm done, I'm going to put my answer together. 1,331 c to the 12th power. Uh-oh, I see a negative in my next one. So negative 2n squared m cubed is now our base, and it's going to be raised to the 2nd power. So we've got to take this part first, negative 2 squared first, and then I've got to do n to the 2 times 2, 2, and then I've got to do m to the 3 times 2. So let's simplify. Negative 2 squared is 4, n 2 times 2 makes it 4, and m 3 times 2 makes it 6. Our simplified version is 4n to the 4th, m to the 6th power. All right, moving on, last example, negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 is our first one. So negative 5 cubed is negative 125. Moving on, we've got x to the 3rd power times raised to the 3rd power. So we got to be careful that we don't add those exponents. That's a multiplication of x to the 9th power. And then we've got the y, 5 times 3. So y 5 times 3 is y to the 15th power. I need to put it all together. Negative 125 x to the 9th, y to the 15th. I have a feeling these are going to start to get longer and longer as we get further into these lessons. Have a good night.